Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host. Today, we're diving into Les Misérables by Victor Hugo, an epic novel that weaves together themes of justice, mercy, love, and redemption. Set against the social upheavals of 19th century France, this story explores the lives of characters whose paths cross in unexpected ways, painting a powerful picture of human resilience and hope. Let's dive into this unforgettable journey, so you'll feel like you've read it cover to cover. At the heart of Les Misérables is the story of Jean Valjean, a man imprisoned for 19 years for stealing a loaf of bread to feed his starving family. After his release, Valjean finds himself shunned and mistreated because of his status as an ex-convict. However, his encounter with a kind-hearted bishop, Monseigneur Bienvenu, changes the course of his life. The bishop not only forgives Valjean when he steals his silver, but also gives him additional valuables, urging him to use them to lead an honest life. Deeply moved by this act of mercy, Valjean vows to redeem himself and start anew. Valjean transforms his life, becoming a successful factory owner and the beloved mayor of a small town under the assumed name Monsieur Madeleine. Yet, his past constantly threatens to catch up with him in the form of Inspector Javert, a rigid and unyielding police officer who becomes obsessed with bringing Valjean to justice. Javert believes in the absolute letter of the law and sees Valjean only as a criminal who must be punished, regardless of his transformation. This moral opposition between Valjean's capacity for redemption and Javert's inflexible sense of justice is central to the novel's exploration of mercy versus duty. Another significant character is Fantine, a young woman abandoned by her lover and left to raise her daughter, Cosette, on her own. To provide for Cosette, Fantine sacrifices everything, eventually resorting to prostitution. Tragically, she falls ill and dies, leaving her daughter in the care of the cruel innkeepers, the Thénardiers, who abuse and exploit her. When Valjean learns of Fantine's suffering, he feels responsible for her fate, as it was his factory that dismissed her. Determined to fulfill Fantine's dying wish, Valjean vows to care for Cosette and rescue her from the Thénardiers. Valjean's relationship with Cosette brings a new sense of purpose to his life. He adopts her as his own daughter, providing her with the love and care she's never known. The bond between Valjean and Cosette becomes one of the most beautiful parts of the novel, a symbol of redemption and the healing power of love. However, even as Valjean and Cosette build a life together, they are haunted by Javert's relentless pursuit. Valjean's commitment to Cosette and his struggle to protect her while remaining true to his vow of redemption are central to his character's moral journey. In the novel's latter half, Hugo introduces Marius Pontmercy, a passionate young revolutionary who falls in love with Cosette. Marius is deeply involved in the social and political unrest of Paris, a city on the brink of the June Rebellion. Through Marius's involvement in the rebellion, Hugo delves into the novel's broader themes of justice, poverty, and the desire for a better world. The uprising serves as a backdrop for the character's personal struggles, reflecting the hope and despair of a society striving for change. The climax of the novel unfolds during the barricade scene, where Marius, Valjean, and Javert's lives intersect once more. Valjean, ever the protector, risks his life to save Marius, recognizing that he represents Cosette's happiness. In a surprising turn, Valjean saves Javert's life as well, even though Javert remains his determined pursuer. This act of mercy shatters Javert's worldview, as he cannot reconcile Valjean's kindness with his own rigid sense of justice. Unable to accept this moral contradiction, Javert ultimately takes his own life, unable to live in a world where mercy overrides the law. In the end, Marius and Cosette marry, while Valjean, weakened and alone, quietly accepts his fate. He reveals his past to Marius, who, though initially shocked, comes to understand Valjean's sacrifices. Valjean's final moments are spent with Cosette and Marius by his side, and he dies in peace, having atoned for his past and found redemption through love and sacrifice. His life embodies Hugo's belief in the power of forgiveness, compassion, and the possibility of transformation. Les Misérables is a sweeping story that transcends its historical setting, exploring universal themes of poverty, justice, and the resilience of the human spirit. Hugo's masterpiece is a call to recognize the dignity and worth of every person, regardless of their past, and a reminder that love and mercy have the power to transform even the darkest lives. Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. If you enjoyed this summary, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading.